Okay, starting off the table, you're going to need some thick cardboard, or you're going to need some chipboard like this. This is chipboard from another board game. It's an actual kids game. But go ahead and mark off the distance that you prefer. I'm doing 6 inches because I'm making 3 walls first for a specific spell in Frostgrave, which is wall, and it's 6 inches by 3 inches. But go ahead and mark your base off for your walls or for your buildings as shown. Now, since you have that measured, you want to go get black poster board that they sell at the dollar store. You're going to cut 2 identical pieces, and we're going to glue them together. So let's glue them together. Now, I'm using PBA glue or school glue, Elmer's glue. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to coat one whole side and squeeze it together with the other side. Now, you want to make sure that you use 2 sides that are not damaged when cutting, because you want a really good bond for these. So I'm going to smear this bad boy. Okay, with that smushed together, you want to put pins in. You want to put them in at an angle so it does not move when it's drying. Just use some safety pins or some clothing pins like I'm using here. And then we're going to go on to the next step. Dry time is going to be about 12 to 24 hours. Now, since that's dry, you want to remove the paper, because this specific black poster board is removable paper. Remove the paper completely if you want, or just a little bit like I did here on the bottoms. Remove the paper so the paper doesn't glue to the bases, because, again, we need to remove the paper after it's completely dry. Now, I went ahead and put holes into each of the bases so it's easy for my pins to go through. After it being dried, you can decide what style you want to do. This style right here is brick. You can use wood or a pen and go through and make lines. I went ahead and used the wood, then the pen. You can also do a stone wall, where I just used the pen and went through it and made a whole bunch of little rocks on this side, bigger rocks on the other side. And then the last one is the wood grain. Now, the wood grain, we're going to need a wire brush or a plastic brush and scrape across it to give it that wood grain. Now, we're going to apply some basing. So we're going to go ahead and use these coffee grounds. I cook them in the oven after they've been used at 150 for 2 hours. And that kills all the wetness, all the bacteria, and it's able to be used with the PBA. So coat all 3 bases with PBA, and then we're going to sprinkle the basing material, whatever you feel like using, on top of it. Now, with that completely dried, go ahead and give it a little shake, a little tap, get off the excess stuff that hasn't been glued down. You can go ahead, use a brush. I'm going to brush off it real lightly just to get that stuff that hasn't dried to the base off. And then you want to make sure that you can go ahead and use your thumb, and you're going to go ahead and push the stuff off the wall if you don't want it on your wall. Just push it down real lightly and just use your fingernail and just scrape it like I'm doing here. After you get all that fixed, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the black Mod Podge that I have sitting right there with a specific paintbrush for your black Mod Podge. It's just Mod Podge matte mixed with black paint. That's it. Now coat your pieces completely in Mod Podge and let them dry for 20 minutes. That's it. Now, I base coated 2 of these in gray and 1 in brown, and I hit all 3 of them with 3 coats of dark wash. Now, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what it is. This is a dry brush over the 3 coats of dark wash. I went ahead and did all the walls with just a simple dry brushing of their base colors. So the stone ones get gray, the wood one got brown. That's it. So here, let's take a look at all of them. Those are the basic 3s. Those are your basic walls. This is a basic way to do it for your D&D campaigns or any other stuff. Now, getting more into it, you can cut different size bases and stuff like that. So see, here's my partial walls that I put on that chipboard as well. And then I added some extra pieces of stone and wood and more extras, just basing material. You can put pieces of wood and barbecue skewers through it and make planks, but the basics you know now. And like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.